Hey, we're up here in Door County in Wisconsin. It's actually on the east shore of Green Bay, and we're up here in October, and October is one of my favorite months for a couple of reasons. First of all, just obviously the beautiful, beautiful scenery up here, the leaves changing in Wisconsin. But the other thing I really like is night fishing up here. Dale ended up being one of my best buddies. We traveled a lot of years together. Fast forward 40 years, Dale now owns a beautiful resort up here, Sand Bay Beach Resort and Suites. He's a full-time guide up here, I think the premier guide in the Sturgeon Bay area, but he's also ready to get out with me tonight and try and catch some big walleyes. We're going to be fishing rocky shorelines. We're going to be getting the hit sticks out and trolling those along and trying to catch these big walleyes. And I tell you what, we're going to have some fun tonight trying to get the next bite.
Just looking for the next bite, next bite, just looking for the next bite.
Fishing at night is a great way to catch walleyes, although it can be much more difficult just because you have to deal with no light.
So one of the little aids we use for night fishing is actually lights on our planer boards. This is just a standard offshore planer board here. But what I want to do is add these little lights, so at night obviously I'll be able to see them out there. Now the light is on all the time, so basically you want to try and get at least 2 boards out there so you can see one fall back when you get a fish on. But come in a pack of, you know, one for each side. So what I'm going to do is just take this top off here, and then this is a little bulb there, so we're going to just take this out. But then basically the little battery here, right here, just goes in there, and we're going to add our light on. And as you turn it on, you can see it come on there. And then you just put this little cap right on. You see it starts to glow green right away. Makes it a little bit waterproof. But basically it's real simple with an offshore thing. It's got a slot in it. It's got the little square in the slot there, and you just simply put it on. Now sometimes not so simple because they're meant to go on pretty hard, but you don't want them coming off. Boards, we're going to be probably running 2 or 3 out each side. You get the little lights out there, watch for it to slide back, and you got a walleye.
When trolling, the first thing that should be handled is being able to see your boards at night. Once you take care of that, you can handle the other things required to catch fish, like location, baits, and boat control.
Oh yeah, that's a fish. It's coming. Right over here. Okay, I got it. Wow, that wasn't too bad, was it?
No,
He just cracked that middle board.
I know, I'm excited too because it's just so quiet. I mean, it's dead still out
Yeah,
here.
just sneak up on him.
I mean, talk about going stealth on him. Boy, it's been a while since I've done this.
Yeah. Well, good. Come on now. Why'd you get so excited there? Nice.
There we go.
He's actually got two hooks in his mouth.
Yeah, he's got
He likes
two,
those hooks.
two hit sticks.
Hit sticks so much he's got 2 of them in his mouth.
Well, and that was the first one you pulled out of the box.
I like that color. It's all over the place on this one.
Well, that's what happens when he wants 2 hit sticks.
Huh? Not too bad.
I'll tell you what, that's a,
fatty.
you know, yeah, I mean, and considering it's flat, dead still out here,
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
That board just kind of.
Yeah.
You got. Ooh. I'm gonna get this bad boy back in the water.
All right. So if you're a first timer and you're really coming up here to Sturgeon Bay, the waters of Green Bay, and you're trying to find out where's a good area to start, what you're going to want to do is try to find something unique. Cups, points, deeper break lines. I don't like the big flat areas. And to be quite honest with you, both north of the Sturgeon Bay Channel and to the south of the Sturgeon Bay Channel all can be really key spots. What ends up happening is once we start getting down into the cooler fall temperatures, these walleyes love pulling in on these shallows where they can attack the bait much easier. They have less water to go after them. And what they're really trying to target are smelt. And you can do either rod in hand or planer boards, either one.
The next bite is brought to you by Mercury Marine, Go Boldly, Schaefer's Specialized Lubricant, Putting Equipment First, Nitro Boats, Performance Fishing Boats, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Berkley, your fish, our science. And Power Pole, Total Boat Control. Closed captioning for the next bite is provided by Whitewater, built to brave the waves. The fall night bite is often one of the best bites of the year. The combinations of bait fish moving shallow and the walleyes putting on the feed bag to fatten up for the winter months is the perfect combination to catch some of the fattest walleyes of the year.
Let me talk a little bit about the bait, the number 13 hit stick. In particular, this color that's called Danold. It's white, kind of looks like the smelt that are down there, I think. But what makes this bait unique over other stick baits, you can basically see it on the outside of the bait. It's these 3 flash discs down on the bottom. And those are weighted, and those actually keel the bait, and they're actually what gives the bait the really good action. But by moving those baits outside of the body, it leaves that whole inner cavity of the crankbait here to make, put a lot of beads in there and make a lot of noise. Those little rattles are moving around, and I think it actually helps draw the fish in.
We've checked every possible box tonight where it's against us. You know, warm water,
Yeah.
flat calm.
No wind. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
no
just,
wind. I mean, nothing dark. And I've run over the past 40 years all these, different lures that have been manufactured, and they were just crushing this thing tonight.
So, I mean, if you're looking for a good night bait, whether it's for casting or for trolling, I think a really good one to look at is the hit stick. With that rattles inside, it just seems to draw the walleyes in.
There's one, Keith.
Where?
I got a middle board.
Well, that's about as slow back as you're gonna go there.
Yeah, it just barely was dragging back, but you can definitely see it, boy. Just slowly the old slide.
All nice in the line, like good little soldiers.
Okay, here comes Keith. You can hear that line, boy. I tell you, it's just whistling. There we go. There we go.
This light here, this net. Turn the light on. There we go.
Here comes Keith.
Look at him down here.
Yep.
Just take your time.
Ooh.
I got him, Dale.
You got him.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Book him, Dano.
Hook him down. I'm gonna just set him right down here. Hop down here.
Boy, that's a good looking fish.
It is. Look at there. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. Nice fish.
Here, you can take him. You got him.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, there you go.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And he chomped it.
Again, just look at how fat they are. These things got such great builds, and then them smaller heads. I mean, that's what the Sturgeon Bay walleyes are all about.
You wonder why this color is that good.
I know.
It's such a plain looking color.
Yeah,
A little white
it's
on
so
the side,
simple.
just a little streak of orange. But I've had great luck at it. It's called a Danold.
And it's funny too, because I throw a very similar, the dime. We've got, that new bait we launched, the Berkley dime.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing a very similar color, and that's the one both the smallmouth and the walleye really just gobble.
Well, that one gobbled.
Yeah, he gobbled.
Put him back in so you can gobble for us another day.
All right.
Here, this side's better.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
That is a fatty.
Boy, it's a good looking fish.
And he's gone.
Goes. Oh, yeah.
See ya.
Boat Control, presented by Power Pole. 20 years of trust evolved from Total Boat Control.
One of the things that I want to talk about is a bread and butter bait that has been used for over 30 years. It's a 3-inch gulp minnow. And 3-inch gulp minnows have caught millions of walleyes through the years. I mean, it's just been an incredible bait. The one new thing that I want to show you is some of the color combinations. Here's a blue and silver. It looks much more like a natural minnow. There's purples and greens. And so if you're a big gulp fan, that's a new one for you to try, the new, more naturalistic colors. And then here's one that is unbelievable to me. Berkley just came out with Power Bait, and it's called the Drip Minnow. It's got a straight tail, but look at, you can even see the intestinal sac in this bait. Phenomenal. They look so real. Here, I'll show you another one. Here's one that looks like a fathead minnow. I mean, they don't get any more realistic than this. So even though it seems like walleyes like gulp, maybe a little bit better than Power Bait in terms of the scent factor, you're looking at a sight picture for these fish that looks exactly like the real McCoy now. And this is called a drip swimmer. It's got a tiny little paddle tail on it, so there's two versions, the minnow and the swimmer. But look at all the different colors. We got purples and perches and different types of real naturalistic colors. They come in many different sizes up to 5 inches in length. So try out some of these new baits. I think you're going to be really happy with them, and I think that you're going to catch maybe another million or so walleyes.
Trolling in shallow water is a specific technique that requires running your equipment a bit different than you would trolling open water during the day. Since the walleyes are in real shallow water, running every rod the same depth doesn't work, especially when talking about the inside or shoreline side of the boat versus the outside or deep side of the boat. Things happen much quicker in the dark, so rounding a corner can easily put you in harm's way with the wind, so it's important to note the location of your boat versus the shore and the wind direction.
All right, now when you're up here working Sturgeon Bay and the waters of Green Bay for these walleyes at night, it's very important to pay attention to what you're doing as far as when you're setting up your crankbaits. The ones closest to the shoreline are always the most productive most nights. Now sometimes on the outside they go, but you really want to keep your focus on the inside. Secondly, when you get one on, especially on a night like tonight when we've got these big waves, somebody's got to be focused on what's going on with the shoreline, because it's very easy to make a mistake here. You should automatically start cutting out on a rough night. So when setting up these crankbaits, what we're trying to do is stagger our baits along the break. So really what we're doing is our outside board closest to the bank is our shortest line. The next one, we're going to be a little bit deeper, and then the inside board is going to be deeper yet. So for example, I'm running right now tonight 40 on the outside, 60 in the middle, and about 80 on the inside. So what that's doing is giving me the opportunity to keep all three of the baits on the inside perfectly in the strike zone. So what we get is what we call the next bite. There you go, Skeet.
What was that? I saw the board ripping back, and I saw you ripping back. Oh. Did he get on?
I was wondering there.
No, he's on. He's on there.
Okay.
Turn on our lights here.
All right.
Give me that board.
Got
He's
it?
on there. I can feel him now.
All right. There we go. We got him.
Oh, I saw you I saw. Ooh,
Yeah.
He's on that way outside board. So I can see it. I'm gonna get up here so you can see it. It's a walleye. Get him a little closer. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Get over here.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. All right, I guess I gotta take him.
All right.
He's like, I'm going this way.
Yeah,
I'm going this way.
Yeah.
I'm going this way.
Right? I thought he was going to go under the motor there for a minute, and then he came shooting back over to the right. Well, see, this time we got him by both hooks. You
Yeah.
know, like last time we had him up there, but then he only came in on that one.
Huh?
Oh, that's a real nice fish.
Yeah, fatty, fatty. But I think he'll be all right. One more hook. There he goes.
He's heading towards, oh, that's, yeah.
He's a pretty one.
Yeah, nice.
Well, it's just weird how he ripped it back like that. I mean, he obviously came up and hit at least the first two hooks, and then
Right.
the last one came and slapped him. So they're getting aggressive. They're getting aggressive. We just need to find some more. They're pretty though. Gosh, it's
Yeah, it's a
gorgeous.
good-looking
Really nice
fish.
shaped fish. Very, very nice. All right. I'm gonna get this one back for you, Dale.
Okay, you do that because I'm trying to keep
Keep us out of trouble.
Yep,
The shore sneaks up on you a little
I know
quick
it
this time
does.
of
And
night.
then all of a sudden we got baits hung.
So what I've been trying to do for boat control is just kind of hang around that 14, maybe to 16 or 18 foot. You can't hold a precise zone because it's just such a sharp break here. But what I want to do is talk about how you can make your life a little bit easier. Because what I'm trying to do here is not only control which way the boat is going and what depth it's staying in, but I also have to keep track of the speed. We're moving along at about 1.7 miles an hour. Now, one of the nice things about this powerful trolling motor is that you can go on their app and actually switch the trolling motor over to a speed control. And this motor will pick up speed or slow down as it needs to precisely hold that speed. So now all I've really got to worry about is guiding the boat, trying to keep it on that brake. So speed control is very important. I'm going to let the motor do that. Boat control, turning it is very important. I'll do that. I guess I'll leave the catching to Dale.
The next bite is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Schaefer's Specialized Lubricant. Putting equipment first. Nitro Boats. Performance Fishing Boats. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Berkley. Your fish, our science. Lowrance. The ultimate fishing system. And Power Pole. Total boat control. Hot topics, leading information and tackling techniques to make you a better angler. Presented by Mercury.
When it comes to the Pro Series line of Ranger boats, you have a few different options. First starting out with the 620. 620 being the smallest version, and I ran that boat for a long time. Almost 10 years or so. It was one of those boats that was super maneuverable. You could fish it in a lot of small bodies water. You could fish it shallow, but it handled rough water very well. But as actually Mercury had come along with their engine program, we started getting these 400 horsepower engines, and that's when I started graduating to the 621. And now with this V10 400, it's made this boat almost a 70-mile-an-hour boat. And so the reason why I choose the 621 is it kind of has the best of both worlds. But what we do a lot, traveling the country in tournaments, I kind of want a boat that's the best of both worlds. It's small enough, that can maneuver it, but at the end of the day, the 21 is probably one of the fastest ones. And let's face it, who doesn't like going fast? So at the end of the day, this is the boat I choose, the 621, and it's treated me very well the last 5 years or so.
Keith and Dale have been fishing together for a long time, but bringing it back to Green Bay for a night trolling bite is exactly the way they met many years ago. The biggest difference is having the hit stick in their boat, which has been a huge bonus.
This rod bent over, the
yeah,
board's
yeah.
just scorching back. I mean, it went straight back.
Oh, yeah. No,
I was looking down and all I saw was, I looked kind of glanced towards shore and I saw the
Well,
rod just doubled over.
This is a spot I was talking about, that if they're not here, we got to go somewhere else.
You see it, Dale?
Yep.
Kind of getting behind the engine on me here.
All right. Yep, I got it. We got a little bit of a problem here.
Why is he going so far to the right?
Well, we're all tangled up here in the line. Here we go.
Guy is really cruising out to the right, Dale. Grab the
Gonna
old
get the
net
net
there. Get that light on. Yeah, you got to get under me, Dale.
Okay.
There
Keep
so
him
far.
up, keep him away from
Oh, I
there.
see him. I
Best
see
you
him.
can.
Fatty.
You
He's
wanna
a
lose
fatty.
this, he's a bit.
Very decent.
Oh,
And he's in the net.
look at the size of that one.
Holy crap. like so wide, he's like a big old sunfish. I mean, we caught him on the outside board and he came all the way across here. I thought maybe he wasn't hooked right. Here, let's just sit down and take a look at this beast.
Okay.
Turn my light off here. Look at that thing. That is a fatty.
Wow.
There's no doubt that that's a beautiful Sturgeon Bay fish there. Look at how dark he is. Had a great time. We're gonna put this one back. It's time to turn out the lights and head for home. Good one. Here we go, buddy. Oh, he almost pulled me in.
Oh, you know what I have?
We're catching weeds and you're calling
Grass.
fish. What kind of angler is he? I call him the premier
jeez.
guide out here in Sturgeon Bay, and he's calling out weeds for fish.
Okay.
What kind of guy is that?
Well, you might have a weed on yours too. Then.
Well, one of the best board readers I know is Dale Stroschein. I mean, he just sits there and stares at those boards, and he's like on them instantly when a fish is on. But I have figured out his code. When he gives one ooh, that means he's not sure what it was, trying to keep it a little quiet so he can watch how the board reacts and then decide if he wants to reel it in. Two, ooh, ooh, means good fish, good pullback, got to get on it. What was interesting though is, you would think maybe three and no, ooh, 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 means I don't think it's a very good fish. I'm trying to get your attention. You reel this one in. So you just got to pay attention to what Dale's doing to know if he's on a good fish or not a good fish. It's all in the ooze.
The Next Bite would like to thank Dale Stroschein of Wacky Walleye Guide Service and Sand Bay Beach Resort. If you would like to book a trip for walleye or smallmouth bass, please call Dale at 920-743-5731. If you're looking for a beautiful waterfront resort that's just a short distance from many boat launch locations in Door County, Wisconsin, please call Sand Bay Beach Resort at 888-879-5548.